Hi, guys. Welcome back to Heart Interviews with CI Heartland. So happy today to have Mr. Andy Wiggins. Hi, Andy. How are you?
Well, I'm doing good. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. So, Andy, tell us a little bit about your company and CertaPro Painters.
CertaPro Painters. We are I'd say, full service painting contractor. We do everything from inside to outside to decks to fences to walls. You name it, we can paint it. We also do a ton of carpentry repairs, drywall repairs, ceiling texture removal, anything kind of relating, to repairs around the surfaces that we're painting. We've built up the capability in those areas, so we can be a one-stop shop for a lot of our customers and clients.
Love that. And Andy's also one of our diamond sponsors this year, so I like to acknowledge them on these interviews because of our fantastic yes, exactly. Because of our fantastic sponsors, we were able to make it through last year and this year. So we appreciate you for doing that. So I just want to recognize you for that.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure.
Yeah. So let's get to some more fun questions here. How long have you been involved in CEI?
I think this would be kind of year 7. So pretty much since I've been in the business, and obviously, Kathy, as you know, the previous owner of the business was very involved, and so I was very fortunate that he introduced me to the group, and have been active from really day one for me in the business. About 7 years now. So
thank you, Alan. Right.
Right. Yep.
That was actually going to be my next question. Was there somebody that encouraged you to hop right in? And I already knew the answer, but I like to I like to ask that too. So it's been an absolutely crazy year, as you know. What is the most challenging thing that you're facing currently in the industry?
I think for a lot of folks, the answer has probably been just labor shortage. Really anybody in the trades, the remodeling, industry right now, we're beyond busy. We're extremely fortunate. obviously 2020 was a crazy year, but with people staying home, they were investing in their houses and more on the community, side of things. Those things are budgeted out, they're planned out, and so those projects just kept moving. So labor shortage has been a challenge. There's just not a ton of people going into the trades. Or not enough people going into the trades to kind of keep up with the demand. So that's probably been the biggest challenge, is just making sure we have enough good quality painters, employees to take care of the business needs. And some of that really just goes to we're very fortunate, but just keeping up with the growth. We've grown over the past 7 years quite a bit, and really last year we had a record year. We're this first quarter another record year for us.
Great.
And as we grow, it's a different environment, managing back in the day 150 jobs to now 1,000 projects a year plus. So
awesome, though. Congratulations. Yeah. That's a good part, right? That's a good part of everything.
The fun part, yeah.
So do you have a favorite CEI Heartland event that you like going to every year?
I would probably say the holiday party. And then, I say that, and shame on me, I should say, well, the programs, since
as Mr. Program Chair, right?
I missed my chance for the plug. Well, I guess I got it in, right?
There you go.
No, I think it's the holiday party is it's well attended. It's a good mix of, doing some business, recognizing folks, and then, being able to listen to some music and, brave the dance floor with some friends of, CAI. So
yeah, it's so funny because I've done a handful of these interviews, and almost everybody says something a little different. So it's funny to me to hear everybody's different, favorite event. So
lots of great events. That's the good thing, right?
It is, exactly.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite CEI Heartland memory that you'd like to share with the group?
Favorite memory? That's a tricky one. It's a good question. Some of it I probably go to, I just like watching Brett Shelton just at the events, doing the MC and just, being his fun, goofy self.
And it's crazy.
Probably
pants,
just
crazy
anything
outfit.
where, Brett's up front, just having fun and, getting people to, laugh and enjoy. That's one. There's just, it's the small moments, I think, quite honestly, that are what make, CAI good. So.
I love that. I haven't heard that one yet. So I like that. I'll make sure that I let Brett know when I interview him that you said that. If you were in a room with a bunch of business partners that maybe didn't know about CEI, what would you say to them to encourage them to maybe join or get more involved? What would you say?
Yeah, well, the first thing I'd say is get involved. CAI, if you do anything, that is affiliate, if your business or your profession is anything to do with community management, get involved. I mean, it's a phenomenal organization for education and for networking, right? And on the business side, the vendor side of things, it's less about education for us. I mean, I've learned a ton, but it's more about the networking.
Yeah.
And it's a great opportunity to just get to meet, one, I'd say decision makers, but at the end of the day, what it's become is to build a network of business partners and friends. I'd call a lot of people, in the organization now, friends, which is great. And then the other part of that is to become friends and to really get to know people and earn their trust. You have to be involved, right?
Exactly.
You have to be around, you have to be active, you have to be seen. So.
Yeah. As Bob coined, CEI fierce friends, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us something about yourself that maybe our members would be surprised to know, or maybe they don't know, that you're willing to share.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So a number of members, I think friends, would know this, but for others, they don't. So just 10 years ago, this is our 10th year. So I started a nonprofit. We do work in Uganda, community development organization called Hearts and Hope for Uganda. It's been kind of a side project passion of mine, but we went from building 2 schools 10 years ago to now I think we're right now building school number 8 and 9, I think it is, or 7 and 8. And, it's kind of good that I'm losing track.
That's
but we
awesome.
sponsor over 1,000 kids to get an education and, put in water wells and, it's a lot of just cool stuff to help those less, fortunate over in Uganda. So that's definitely, something that's important to me, and not a lot of folks would necessarily know that I do that on the side.
Yes. So I know we talked a little bit about your involvement and getting involved in CEI. So for those maybe that might not know you, like in other parts of our chapter, maybe like in Kansas City or the Lake, Wichita, tell them what role you serve in CEI as far as on the committee level.
Yeah. So I've been on the committee really, I guess, for 7 years, and I think I've been the committee chair for the programs committee. Past 4
years, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, all the educational, programs that folks are seeing, used to be pretty much all live events. And we did some of the social events back then, and kind of recently have, split that up. So it's the live events, and then webinars, have become a big part of what, we're kind of forced to do, but we're going to continue to kind of balance live events and webinars. So I've been, actively involved in that committee, really from day one. I think I spent 1 year helping with the trade show committee just as a, member. And then I think that's probably when I got pulled into the committee chair, and I was like, chairing one committee, I'm good. That's enough time, commitment. So
yeah, and as I don't know if our members know this, but the program committee is very active, as you know, because they've helped plan all the webinars, all the education. So, but we are coming back in person in September, so we've got a couple more webinars coming up here over the summer, and then we're gonna try to do some hybrid, to try to do a little bit of both for our members. So I think it's like, what do we got? The maintenance roundtable in September is our first in-person one, I think.
That's our first one, back in person. So we're excited for that.
So we're coming back, right?
We are back. Coming back, yes.
There you go. So now comes the fun time for me. I ask everybody to pick a number, and Andy picked a number for us, and we are going to do some rapid fire questions for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. If you could share a meal with any 4 individuals, living or dead, who would they be and why?
4 people. Mm-hmm. I'll say Jesus. I'd love to.
Oh yeah.
Love to pick his brain.
Yeah.
Oh man. And then it's going to be a weird mix. I'd probably say some of favorite folks would be like, I'd probably want to sit down and just get to know Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
just
good one too.
Musical masterpiece, and just lived a kind of a crazy life. Gosh, got 2 more. That is tough. Trying to think who else on the maybe sports side of things. Probably go with somebody like Pele. I'm a big soccer fan, so just again, kind of picking his brain, and then maybe somebody like Abraham Lincoln. Just a president that obviously did some amazing things during some challenging times. So there's
those
my quick fire random 4.
Yeah, I would be part of that meal too. I like that.
Right.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you have a favorite St. Louis watering hole?
Probably my bourbon barn, my man cave.
Okay.
I don't go out as much as I used to, as you can tell by the gray, right? It's
so when you say bourbon bar, bourbon bar, that's like it's your house, right?
Yeah. So I've got a big barn in the backyard, and I converted a section of it, and so I like going out there and listening to some Jimi Hendrix and just music, and light a cigar and have a drink out there. So I'd probably say it's going to be my house. I
like that. And then do you have like a little fire pit and stuff in case you want to go outside too? Or
there's a fire pit right out front as well, a wood burning stove in there, and so it's just a nice kind of cozy place to either have folks over. Like I said, I'll just go out there by myself, get away and unplugged from the TVs for a bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Relax.
I love that answer. Good.
So,
do you have a favorite family vacation, like memory, or like a place that you guys like to go? Or
so we've just started, and we're going again this year. Last year was our first time, but up to Lake Michigan.
Oh yeah.
And never vacationed there. I'd always heard good things, and went with a couple family friends from church, and all of our kids are roughly the same age. We had a blast, but Lake Michigan. It's just totally different than any other, place I've vacationed on the water.
Yeah.
We've always done more the Florida, kind of trips, and this is just not as hot. It's a little more laid back and relaxed. So Lake Michigan is a great one.
Yes, I was able to go to Michigan a couple years ago to go visit some of my CD friends, and I had never been, and it's gorgeous. If you've never been, it was a gorgeous drive and beautiful, and you're right about the temperature for sure. Not as hot, definitely. What's your favorite movie?
Star Wars, hands down, and then you can say really anything Star Wars.
Okay.
Still a Star Wars geek in my old age, and looking
even
forward
Jennifer, since you saw the first interview, that worked out perfect.
We're going next week to Disney, and I get to go to the Hollywood studios and check out their little Star Wars world down there. So I'm probably more excited than the kids.
Okay. Do you have a favorite character then, since you said Star Wars?
Probably be Chewbacca.
Okay, yeah. He's probably mine too. That's awesome. Do you collect anything?
I collect lots of things at different, I'm a collector for a period of time, and then I move on to the next thing. So I memorabilia. I've got a ton of Cardinals memorabilia. I've been doing that, for years. Bar signs and neon signs. Started collecting albums, older albums.
Oh, cool.
And then more recently, it's adding to the collection in the bourbon barn. It's bourbons. So lots of.
Nice.
I think I'm over 100 bottles of bourbons now. So
wow. Okay.
My wife's ready for me to move on to the next hobby because she's like, we don't need 100 bottles of bourbon.
Well, you do have your kids are getting older, so you might have to be locking that bar.
It has a lock, and I'm the only one that knows the code. So
okay.
nobody
Well, there
can
you
get in
go.
there
There you
without
go.
me.
I speak from experience since my kids are older.
Yeah.
So, what was your first job?
First ever job was probably lawn cutting, babysitting, stuff. But my first real job was it was working for a country club, and I did kind of their lawn care and their clubhouse cleaning. So it was just kind of like their handy kid.
I like that. Yeah. Weird one, but how many pillows do you sleep with?
3 probably.
3?
Yep, probably 3. Yep.
If you could go back to high school or college, which one would you choose?
Definitely would go back to college.
High school, yeah.
Loved college, yeah.
So where'd you go to college? I have to ask you that now, too.
Indiana University.
Awesome. Yep. Good. Okay, tallest building you've ever been on top of?
It would probably be whichever the Sears or the Hancock. I've been to both, so whichever one's taller. They're both up there. Yeah. Yes. So that would be the tallest, one of those two.
And what is something most people love but you don't like?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if everyone loves it, but people that love it, and I can't stand it, but like blue cheese. Blue cheese or blue cheese dressing, absolutely horrendous. There's nothing good about it, and some people just love it. But thanks.
There you go. I feel that way about cilantro. Everyone laughs at me, but I am not a cilantro.
My wife's that's one of hers. Yeah.
It tastes like soap to me, and I'm not exaggerating.
She says the exact same
thing. Isn't that
thing.
funny? Because some people love it, and not me. I can taste it in anything, and I know instantly. So. So that's the end of the rapid fire questions. You survived. Yay.
Yes. Made it.
Yeah. So now I give you, I know we've already talked about something, so I'm not sure what you're going to say on this one, but I give everybody a 30-second plug to either plug their favorite charity, their business, or anything that you want to plug and tell the members about.
Sure.
Got anything else you want to talk about?
Well, certainly if there's anyone out there watching, if you've never given us, a call or a shot to earn your business, anything, painting, staining, carpentry repairs, deck repairs, give us a shout. It's a free estimate. We'll come out, talk to you about the project. If nothing else, we'll validate that the pricing, you and your boards have is competitive. But, that's really what it takes is, somebody giving you a shot and let us show you that, we're different. And we're good for a number of reasons, but a lot of it is you just kind of have to work with us. But so I think that's probably the big one. You can find us online. It's St-Charles at certapro.com is the website. In the directory, you can find us and reach out. And then just the last teeny little plug is go check out the nonprofit. It's heartsandhope.org. It's just all spelled out, heartsandhope.org. If you want to, learn a little bit more about what we got going on in Uganda. So
awesome. Yeah. And Andy's also our CertaPro Painters is also our current business partner of the year. So we want to shout that out too for those members that might not know that. So Andy, thank you for being here and doing this today. We appreciate you, and we hope to see everybody next time on Heart to Heart Interviews with CA Heartland.
And come to the next program.
There you go. Yes, absolutely. Right. Love it.
Thanks, Kathy.
Andy.